y'all, Ty here. It is currently 1:30 in the morning and I am coming at you from my bedroom floor, which usually when I film videos from my bedroom floor this late at night, it's because something's on my mind or something's been bugging me. So this is gonna kind of be one of those personal videos. I haven't really done one in a while, so I guess I've just been overdue for one. But this is gonna be a video that the subject has bugged me for like a good portion of my life. And I know some of y'all, when y'all watch this video, you're gonna be like, why? What are you even talking about? Like, you're fine. Like, I don't understand. Like, you're just being a big baby or whatever. We all kind of struggle with this in our own ways, and that's gonna kind of be my weight. Like I said, that sounds so dumb because it's like, obviously, like, I know I'm not fat, I know I'm not overweight, I know I'm not obese. When I was younger, like middle school wise, I used to be kind of fat. It was sad. It was to the point where like kids did make fun of me, and like during PE and gym class and stuff like that, when we'd have to like weigh in, we would like talk about our weights, and people kind of made fun of me back then because of my weight, and they were like, wow, I can't believe that you weigh that much. Like, I only weigh this much. And so it was something that it definitely bothered me back then because people were really mean to me back then, along with like a few other things. But whenever I hit like middle school, I found sports. I did track, which was my love. I did gymnastics, which I loved. I did football and basketball as well. High school is more or less I did marching band. And so when I hit middle school, I lost a lot of my weight. As I'm editing this, I figured I'd put this in. This was not something that I wanted to talk about or actually put into this video, but I guess it kind of needs to be explained because it kind of goes along with like the whole body issues stuff. But around this time, around the elementary, middle school time, when I lost a bunch of weight and stuff like that, also because I kind of stopped eating almost completely around this time because of the way I felt in my body and the way people made me feel in my body and just the way that I saw myself, and I didn't like it, and I just felt disgusting. And I figured that if I stopped eating, it would help me lose a bunch of weight and it would be okay and stuff like that. And I remember there would be times and days where I would just eat like crackers or some cheese or something like that because I thought that that's all I needed, and I would lose a bunch of weight and feel so much better. And as I started to do that, and that dragged on for like a while, I really started to feel bad and sick, and I did lose a lot of weight. But this is one of those things that I haven't talked about really before with anybody, and I haven't shared, but I kind of feel like it's kind of something that I can share with you guys. But yeah, and so there's days when I feel like that. I feel like I just don't want to eat anymore. There have been days where I've really cut back on eating, or I haven't eaten for like a day or two, and I haven't really told anybody that because it's so embarrassing, and it's so awful to like think of yourself so badly that you do these things, you know? And sometimes I just can't help it, but I don't know, it's always bugged me that I've never had like a body that I've felt comfortable in, and it's really bugged me lately more now than ever, and I don't know why, but I feel like I just want to talk about this and get this off my chest because it's so disheartening to like look in the mirror and not be happy with what you see, and not be happy walking around day to day with the body that you're in, or like I don't know, I don't feel comfortable, and like when I sit down or when I like feel myself or something, like I'm not happy with what's here. And like I said, some of y'all are gonna think that's really stupid because I am pretty slim, you know? I wouldn't say like I'm skinny. I would just say like I'm slim. I have a little bit of meat on my bones, not enough according to some people, more than I would like, because honestly, like I said, I just don't feel comfortable in my skin, and I haven't for a while. Last year, whenever I went through my breakup, I definitely started going to the gym more because it was one of those things that it was like I really wanted to feel happy with in myself, and I knew that my body issues was something that I need to work on. So I started going to the gym more. I also started eating less. That one, because of stress and depression. Two, because of my financial stability that was like no stability whatsoever. So it was like I was eating a lot less. I was working out more because I had more free time, and I didn't want to just sit around my apartment. So I started to kind of lose weight and tone up a little bit and get to a point in my life where I was starting to finally feel comfortable in my body. And I remember being so proud, and I had like a picture of like when I started and a picture of like where I was at, and I was just so happy with myself, and I was happy towards the like success and the strides that I was taking towards success. Then I met Chris, which now I'm not trying to be like, oh my gosh, Chris has made me feel so uncomfortable with my body, because that's not what I'm trying to get at. But I met Chris. You know, when you get into a relationship, especially a new relationship, kind of start to put on like a few pounds because you all are just very comfortable with each other. Him and I have talked about this before because it's just we both feel the same way, but I definitely have added on some pounds, and he's even made a comment once saying that like I didn't have this stomach when we first met. He didn't mean it in a mean way. He was joking around. He was just kind of like pointing out the fact that's there, you know, I'm a little rounder and softer than I used to be. obviously, but it really hurt me just for the fact that, like I said, I've always just struggled with being confident in my body, and it's just, also I am just very self-conscious. Like, I don't think I look good at any time, so it just really ties in how I think about my body. I don't know, today I was off and I just kind of sat around and I snacked and I did a few things, and I don't know, do you ever just like eat a bunch of stuff or do a bunch of snacking and then you just feel extremely guilty after doing it, and you just feel fat and you feel nasty, and it's like, oh, that's me right now. I also want to add that I eat a lot whenever I get really stressed out or my anxiety's bad, or I'm really depressed. But when I get pretty depressed or anxious or stressed, like I eat a lot, like, and especially like junk food and stuff, or I drink a lot of sodas, a lot of caffeine, and I'm tired of feeling this way. And I know, you know, if I went back to the gym or if I stopped drinking sodas so much or this or that, like I could get my life back on track. But sometimes it's easier said than done, because sometimes, you know, we're busy with work or school or trying to have a social life, or we're doing this or that. It's hard to be healthy and to be active sometimes, and my motivation sucks. Like, I have no motivation to go to the gym. Like, I'll go to the gym for 2, 3, 4 days and then I'll just drop off, and then it just turns into like not going for 2 weeks. So frustrating, and I don't know what the point of this video really is. I just like sitting and talking to my camera because it helps me to deal with the things in my mind and my emotions and all this stuff, but I'm just not feeling very comfortable in my skin, and it sucks. Like, it really sucks. I just want to wear a sweater all the time because I'm not happy with my body, and it sucks not feeling good or comfortable or confident or at home in your own body. And I know maybe some of y'all feel that way and can relate to this. I just want to be happy and feel good again in my own skin, which I really have never been that person that's just felt so great in their own skin. I've never really been with anyone that's made me feel good about myself or has made me feel good about my body and made me feel sexy and confident in my own skin. And now I'm not saying that Chris doesn't, because he really does. Honestly, he's such an amazing guy that makes me feel so good about myself and so good about like my body and who I am and all that kind of stuff. But I'm talking more or less about like the repressed issues and the kind of scars that I have like built up from when I was younger. And my ex, for example, there were times, and this is gonna be, I don't know, TMI, really personal, it's just, you know, we're close. There were times where it was like, we would not even be sexual. Like, he wouldn't even look at me or touch me or anything like that. And it affected me emotionally and mentally about how I looked and how I felt about myself. And it's just one of those things that's carried on with me now. And it's sad to say that that's still kind of there, but it is. It's one of those things that I can't help but to just tap into. But I don't know. I guess it really comes from within, and you just really need to work on yourself and make yourself feel good. And I really want to do that. Like, I want to take the steps again towards getting back into shape and not feeling like crap all of the time. It's a love-hate relationship. It's one of those things that's like, you know, if you want to feel better about yourself, you got to do better by yourself. I hate feeling like this, and I hate being my own worst enemy, and I hate looking in the mirror and just hating what I see, and I don't know, I just hate it. And it's really been bugging me lately, and I've not really been talking to anyone about it because it sounds so silly, because like I said, I am a pretty thin person, like I understand. So it sounds stupid to come out of my mouth, and people make me feel awful when I even try to talk about this subject. I've had no one to talk about it, and I kind of felt embarrassed by it. And even like when Chris and I are together and I don't have a shirt on or stuff, I just don't feel good, you know? And I always am so self-conscious, and I continuously think about like, oh my gosh, like I hope he doesn't notice this, I hope he doesn't see that, like I hope he's not judging me for this. And I know that he's not, because I know that he's a wonderful person and he accepts me and loves me the way that I am, but I don't. That's what sucks. That is what sucks so bad. And I don't know if it's just because of my past or because of who I am or because of society, but it sucks tearing myself apart because of that. Like I said, I just wanted to come on here and kind of rant a little bit and get this off my chest, because like I've said in my past like personal videos, just sitting in front of my camera and just talking to you guys and getting it out there and just getting it off my chest makes me feel a lot better. It really does, which is weird, and I don't know, but that's why I love making videos and being on the internet and just sharing my life. I guess that's gonna be it for this video. Thank you for watching if you did. Sorry that this is just a stupid little rant and probably just ridiculous in your mind. It's how I've been feeling lately and how I've been thinking and looking at myself, and I just want to feel better in my own skin. That's gonna be it. Until next time, stay rad. Bye.